The next article is Smaller Citizens. Despite rising enrollment, gaps in India's education system are not closing quickly. In this article, the writer says that the pandemic has had a significant impact on India's young citizens, particularly children. A survey by Pratham revealed that over half of the 34,745 rural students aged 18 struggled with basic mathematics, a skill they should have mastered in classes 3 and 4. Boys were found to be better in arithmetic and English reading skills than girls. Despite 86.8% of the 18-year group being enrolled in an educational institution, gaps in literacy and numeracy are evident as they grow older. Most students opt for humanities, while girls are less likely to be enrolled in the science stream than boys. Only 5.6% have chosen vocational training or related courses. The proportion of children opting for private tuition nationwide increased from 25% in 2018 to 30% in 2022. Nearly 90% of the youths studied have a smartphone and know how to use it, though many are unaware of online safety settings. The National Education Policy 2020 aims to achieve universal foundational literacy and numeracy in primary school by 2025, but there is still much work to be done. Rising enrollment is good, but what awaits students after finishing the compulsory school cycle, Class 8, is not always positive. The Right to Education Act 2009 may have ensured universal access to education, but there is still a gap to fill before it truly touches every child. Hello everyone, let's discuss today's The Hindu editorial page. The first article is Beleaguered Indian Media, Quo Vadis. In this article, the writer says that since the liberalization of audiovisual media in 1991, India's journalism has evolved significantly. The rise of economic growth, the freeing of broadcast media from government control, and the internet have led to an explosion in media offerings, resulting in a change in style and substance. However, this has not always been a positive development. The media now prioritizes breaking news culture and the search for the villain of the day, with television news often prioritizing sensation over substance. Social media, with its culture of unverified fact and viral opinion, also contributes to this issue by offering a platform for material that would not have passed editorial scrutiny. Print media, despite its ability to provide context, depth, and analysis, has also been affected by the relentless 24x7 breaking news cycle and the rise of social media. Journalists are now pressed to publish without traditional fact-checking, leading to the media falling prey to the inevitable rush to judgment. This has resulted in the media becoming a willing accomplice of motivated leaks and malicious allegations. The distinctions between fact, opinion, and speculation, reportage and rumor, sourced information, and unfounded allegation have blurred into irrelevance in today's Indian media. This should be of serious concern to all right-thinking Indians, as free media are the lifeblood of democracy. They provide information that enables citizens to make choices about who governs them and how, and ensures accountability to those who put them there. Instead, the media's obsession with sensationalism trivializes public discourse, abdicates the watchdog responsibility that must be exercised by free media in a democracy, and serves as a weapon of mass distraction for the public from real questions of accountability with which the governed must confront the government. The author argues that the free press is essential for maintaining a free and professional media, serving as both a mirror to society and a tool to probe wrongdoing. They argue that the current rulers have intimidated newspapers and blocked TV channels for publishing news that is prejudicial to government interests, arresting journalists under UAPA and denying them bail. The author suggests that India needs better journalism, not less, and suggests several steps to achieve this. First, they must engender a culture of fact verification and accuracy in the industry. Journalists should be empowered to hold stories until they are sure their facts and accusations are accurate. The rush to judgment on the basis of partial information must stop. Second, they should insist on better journalistic training at accredited media institutes that emphasize values of accuracy, integrity, and fairness in their students. These standards should extend to media organizations, and when false claims or intentionally misleading statements are published or broadcast, TV and print news outlets should issue retractions with equal prominence. Third, they should welcome different perspectives in newsrooms and not allow them to become echo chambers forcing an opinion onto their viewers. Newsrooms should maintain a more diverse journalistic environment, providing space for alternative views or refutation. Fourth, journalists should welcome comments and feedback from viewers and readers to generate trust between consumers and the media. Fifth, the government should introduce laws and regulations that limit control of multiple news organizations by a single business or political entity, encouraging an independent and robust press in the country. India is one of the few major countries where no restrictions currently exist when it comes to media ownership by its affiliate citizens. Lastly, a single overseer for print and television news companies would help limit the power of corporate and political behemoths over the media and promote media standards. As India's population becomes more literate, it is crucial that the media contributes to shaping an informed, educated, and politically aware India, ready to hold governments accountable, protect society, and push boundaries. The next article is crafting a new phase in India-UK defence ties. In this article, the writer says that Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's recent visit to the United Kingdom, UK, has highlighted the growing opportunities in the Indian Navy and the need for reorientation of strategic priorities. The Indian Navy faces several capability-related needs to make up for the shortcomings faced by the People's Liberation Army Navy plan. Securing key technologies has been an integral part of Mr. Singh's visit, and the UK is in a position to help redress the Indian Navy's technological gaps against the Chinese. One key area where London and New Delhi are cementing cooperation is in electrical propulsion to power aircraft carriers. The Indian Navy's carriers currently are not powered by electric propulsion technology, but the Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers of the Royal Navy, RN, use this technology, and the RN has mastered this technology. The Indian Navy cannot sit idle and cannot allow the Chinese Navy to steal a march on a key piece of maritime technology for its advanced surface combatants in the future. The India-UK Electric Propulsion Capability Partnership met in February 2023 to discuss the possibility of the Indian Navy's future warships being integrated with electric propulsion technology. The British have agreed to train, equip, and help establish the infrastructure necessary to develop an electric propulsion system. The technology is expected to be tested on landing platforms, docks, and surface vessels such as guided missile destroyers belonging to the next generation with a displacement of over 6,000 tons. However, challenges remain, particularly in London's effort to balance its ties between India and Pakistan. Successive UK governments have simultaneously supplied India and Pakistan with weapons or curbed weapons exports, leaving many in India frustrated with British motives and objectives in the subcontinent. The next article is Motivated Litigation Courts should not allow suits that seek to convert places of worship. In this article, the writer says that the Supreme Court of Allahabad has halted the appointment of a commission to inspect the Shahi Idgah Mosque in Mathura, citing vague grounds and a recent precedent where civil courts should not grant interim relief if there is a question about the maintenance of the suit or if it is barred by law. The Committee of Management of the mosque has questioned the maintainability of the suit in the name of the deity Bhagwan Sri Krishna Virajman and other Hindu worshippers on the ground that it is barred by the Places of Worship Special Provisions Act 1991, which prohibits the conversion of the religious character of any place of worship since August 15, 1947. Several suits are pending in connection with the Mahura Mosque, and the Allahabad High Court has transferred all the suits to its own disposal. The legal strategy is similar to the one through which Hindu worshippers obtained official sanctions for gathering proven evidence to back their case at the Gyanvapi Mosque in Varanasi. The Mahura dispute was settled through a compromise between Sri Krishna Janmastan Swastan and the Shahi Idgah Trust in 1968 and implemented through a decree in 1973. The current suits challenge this compromise as fraudulent and seek the transfer of the entire parcel of land to the deity.